Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Meru Kewe and thank you for watching Citwe Rock. For all our subscribers, we want to say a big thank you. God bless you for subscribing, and our new subscribers, God bless you too. Please guys, for those who haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, please click on the subscription button and the notification bell below. Thank you. On today's video, we're using this fabric to make this beautiful Bubu Kaftan dress. Yes, the one on the screen, that's what we'll be making, and we'll be attaching sleeve to it. So guys, this is the fabric I'm using, and I folded it into folded it into two like this. Then I now fold it again to give me 4 parts. So I'm cutting the front and back together. So let's begin. We're going to start by inserting our horizontal and vertical line before we insert our measurement. So we'll take it and insert 10, 17, 26. So I'm doing this to the end of the fabric. So after doing this, you insert your shoulder and the shoulder slope, then the neck, mark out your 3 inches, 8 inches. So on these 8 inches now, you come down by 1 inch. So this is the 3 inch. Take your ruler, and this is the bust line. To get this bust line, you divide your bust by 6 plus 1.5 inches. That is what I use to get this bust line. You take your tape and you put it in between the line. So what we have is 9 divided by 2 is 4.5. Then you come in by ½ inch. You take your bust measurement. So I've divided my bust measurement. So if yours is 30, divide the 30 by 4, then you add your sewing allowance. So what I'm using is 45 divided by 4 is 11.25. I approximate it to 11.5, so I'm marking 11.5 here. Then I'm adding 2 inch sewing allowance, but you can decide to add 1.5 inch sewing allowance. Can you see? So this 1.5 inch sewing allowance that you add now, you can sew in 1 inches and leave ½ inch for ease. I decided to use 2 inch, so I'm going to sew in 1 inch, then leave 1 inch for ease. So it all depends on what you want, on what your preference is. So I'm taking it now and I'm drawing it to this ½ inch that we took in for the sleeve. I'll do the same thing and connect the back. So this is the front armhole line. Let's connect the back. Okay, the front and the back. So I'm done with this. I want to connect the waist measurement. So waist I'm using is 40 divided by 4, which will give me 10. So you mark your 10 inches, then 2 inch for ease. So I'm using 12 inches, then 2 inch for ease. So you take this now and roll it down to your hem line. And roll it down to your hem line. but that's not what I want to do. I want it to be very free. I want mine to be very free. After I started the measurement, this is when you want to just make something that is straight and you want it to be fitted. But I don't want mine to be so fitted, so I'm going to increase the waist and the hip. Do you get me? But this bust line is going to remain the same. Since I don't want mine to be very fitted, I'm going to increase it. Remember, we use 2 inch for easier, so I add extra 2 inch. Then I come here and add extra 2 inch. Then you take your ruler and rule a line to the end of the dress. So when you come to this part of the fabric, the hem line, take your tape. You see we are having 16 inches here, so you take your tape and you mark out. I don't want it to be very wide at the bottom part of the dress, so I'm going to come in by 15 inches. When I finish stitching it, it's going to be 14 inches, so I'll mark here. Can you see it? So I mark the 15 inches, then take my ruler. So this is it. Let's go to the neckline. Remember, we marked 3 here. I'm coming down by 2 inches. So take your tape and mark 2 inches. We are done. Cut it out. This is it. Now I'm going to take it now and separate the back from the front. Then we'll cut out the front neckline. This is the front neckline. You take your tape. So mark out 7 inches here. You take your ruler and you rule it down to these 7 inches that we drew. So we are going to have a V neckline. After cutting it out, let's cut out what we use to turn the front neckline and the back neckline. So on it, I'm going to cut it out for my front neckline. Cut out the back interfacing. This is the back interfacing. This is the front neckline. You take your tape and you come down by 4 inches or 3 inches. It all depends on you, but I'm coming down by 4 inches, so I'm marking 4 inches on both sides. Then you take your tape, place it. So what I have is 5 inches. Can you see it? 5 inches from here to here. I took a piece of the fabric to design the choker for the neck. Yeah, the neck, that little design we saw on the neck. It's into 2 and I cut out 1.5 inch. After cutting out 1.5 inch, sew it with half an inch. Take it to your sewing machine and sew it half an inch to the other end. So from this end to this end, you sew it with half an inch. I use the sleeve pattern that I have to cut out this sleeve. Then I added extra 2 inch to it, so that I'll be able to add the band. You take your tape and measure out your wrist. So my wrist is 8 inches. You gather this sleeve now, everything, you gather it to 8 inches. So everything will be 8 inches like this. Then you attach it to the band. So let's cut out the band. For my band, I cut out 5 inches and I cut 2 out, 5 inches. So you take it now. This is the band, right? You take it in by half an inch. Can you see what I'm doing? Take it in again by half an inch. then you fold it into two. You take it to your pressing iron and iron out 1/2 inch on both sides. Okay, so this is the band and this is the front and back pieces for our dress. I'm taking it to the sewing machine. After stitching it, I'm going to come back and show you how to join your sleeve, then and how to join the band. Okay, after joining the neckline, after turning it out, you join your shoulder to shoulder, then you insert your sleeve. Okay, so you take your sleeve now and attach it to the two sides of the dress. You take it and you sew it down. So when you sew it now, you are going to stop, take your tape and measure at 2 inches. So on this 2 inches line, this is where we are going to stop stitching. Okay, let's notch it. Do the same thing for the other one. So this is where you are going to stop stitching. Then you take it to your machine, and after stitching, after stopping here, you will now gather it to 8 inches. Okay, remember we made it bigger so that we can give it that gathers that we need. So you gather it to 8 inches. You use 1/2 inch on both sides, so you can leave 1/2 inch on both sides. When you are done with that sleeve, you take your dress now and you join it on both sides. So you use your, I'm using 1 inch as this is what I'm using, so I'll take the 1 inch and stitch it to the end of the fabric before I attach my sleeve. Or you attach your sleeve and stitch both the sleeve and the dress together. Now I'm taking it to my machine, then I will run the sleeve and join the two sides together. Then I'll show you how to attach the band to your sleeve. Okay, so I've joined the sleeve and I did the gathers. Can you see the gathers that I did? Tie it to the amount you want it to be so that it will land on your wrist. Do you get what I mean? So when you gather it now, you are going to fold it this way. Can you see it? So you take it this like this, then fold it. Do you see what I did? You do the same thing here. Take it this way and fold it, then top stitch. So after you finish stitching that part, you fold your band into two. This is the band. I folded it into two. Mark 5 inches on both sides. So if yours is 9, you measure 9 inches. If yours is 8, you measure 8 inches. Okay, so you take it. After folding it this way, remember to fold it twice. Then you start pinning it from these 5 inches that we mark. You put it inside. You fold it this way, then you stitch it and you put it inside the band. Can you see it? So you take it round down to this other point. Then when you are done, you can just easily tie it. Can you see? So you can just tie it. Let me do it, then I will show you how it looks. You see what I was talking about, guys? I'm going to lose this gather stitch that I made now. So this is it. Can you see it? Then you can now tie it together like so, and you've made your band for your wrist. So this is how it's going to be. So you take out this gather stitch that we made, because we use it as a reference for us to get what we want. Or you can, because it's good to just try to be creative, you can take this now and use elastic to just gather it together, so it will be a bit tight there. So you can just leave it together. It all depends on you. So I finished joining the band to our sleeve. Let's do the neck design. I came down by 4 inches. You can use 5 if you want to. It all depends on your preferences. Then I tack the neck design on both sides of the neck. You can decide to attach it while turning your neckline. After doing that, I'm going to take it to my mannequin and I will show you how it looks. So thank you guys, thank you so much for watching and subscribing to our YouTube channel. God bless you.